Good evening and salutations, my Jade fans. So, Nina and Sonny, I don't understand what part of I can't let you into my business world, and you need to understand that because it's to protect you in the long run. And she knew that going into this marriage relationship, she knew about that. And yet she still sat there asking questions she shouldn't be asking. And one of the things that Sonny says is, again, it's about protecting her. Look what happened to Carly. He's sitting there thinking that they went after Carly specifically to get to him. Now, they went after her. Yes, it's very true. But they were going to let her go as long as they got Sonny. So he wasn't entirely wrong. And this is what he's sitting there trying to say to Nina. Nina brings up something else about Nixon Falls, like, oh, are you still upset about that or something? And I'm just like, bro, you literally just missed the point of what he was meant to trying to say. So he tells her certain things because, let's be honest, this is so poppy. He had to sit there and say some stuff. So he talks about Cyrus and how, Cyrus is the one that tried to, set him up for the feds and stuff. But he was like, hey, listen, I handled it. It's all good. I got people watching him. So, he steps out of line. It's pretty much his ass is grass. She seemed like she was satisfied with that answer, but it's one of those things where it's like, at some point, he's either going to have to sit there and tell her everything and just test the right then and there, or he's going to have to be like, you know what, I can't sit there and keep doing this. Because dropping little breadcrumbs or whatever just to make her feel better, it's not doing it. It's one of those things. It's like, boy, you knew exactly what you were getting into when you decided to go out with him. When you knew when he was back in Port Charles and you decided to pursue a relationship, you knew what the score was. Let's not sit there and try to pretend things are different now because you're married. Hmm. Ned, Ned and Olivia. At this point, it's like, Olivia, we get it. You're good at math. You know numbers. That's don't get me wrong. That's an amazing thing. But it's like we get it, Lois. We get it. You know math. But Lois and Ned are having a conversation, and Ned is still butthurt because, well, he still doesn't like the fact that Michael came in and saved the deal, and even Lois is sitting there looking at him like, yeah, but you were Eddie Main. You acting like he could have sat there and just asked your permission, and she knows about business, so she's sitting there trying to school him like, no, if he didn't do it, the deal was going to fall apart, and that's the bottom line. But what it really comes down to is Ned is more just like, he doesn't like the fact that he thinks that Michael's going to push him out. Once he had that little taste of power, that was about it. And of course, Lois is simply trying to broker peace or whatever, because she's like, this whole infighting with the family and everything like that, and Elle would be so proud of you. How about y'all sit there and try to work together on some deals instead of sitting there trying to come at each other's throats? Meanwhile, you got Drew. That's the thing that really sucks. So while she's sitting there trying to broker peace or whatever, Drew's sitting there talking about, yeah, I'm about to sit there and go to Australia, sit there and finalize this deal because he's still trying to get control of ELQ. He tells Carly after Jocelyn came in to talk about Adam. Now, the Adam thing was probably more of a prelude because we all see that Adam is he's going to start to go off the rails. Okay, he's going to start to go off the rails. The fact that he keeps taking these pills, the pressure that he's putting on himself and his family, the fact that he likes Jocelyn, but Jocelyn is with a guy who can practically break him in two. It's only a matter of time. So her talking to Carly, may not have really done anything now because he wasn't in the episode, but I feel like it's going to be important in the long run. Yeah, Drew Smith did go into Australia to sit there and finalize some deal for Aurora or ELQ or something. Pretty much going to do some shady ish behind Ned's back. That's what it feels like he's going to be doing. So, Brooklyn and Chase. You know, Chase proposed to Brooklyn. And, at first Brooklyn was like, listen, you don't need to do that just because my mom and my grandma was sitting there really pressuring you. But the thing is, when he got the ring, because he showed the ring, which I don't understand why he didn't just get down on the knee and just show the ring or whatever. When he showed the ring, he was like, he planned that weeks before, weeks before Olivia, weeks before Lois and Gloria starts their, I don't want to say butting their nose in their business, but like really kind of like, hey, so you're going to get married? You're going to get married? Long story short, she says yes, which is fine. They known each other for a very long time. People are really surprised like this came out of nowhere. And I'm like, they've known each other for at least a year or more. So at this point it's more like in reality it's really about time. So yeah, I would sit there and say it's about time. So after Christina left Molly's place, when TJ got there, um, she wound up meeting up with Blaze. They get to talking just to kind of get to know each other and stuff, which is fine. A little small talk here and there. The only thing to me that was a little kind of off-putting, and I felt like this was more for the audience of catching people up if they didn't know Christina's history, her dating history, is literally going through nearly all the people that she's been with, which I feel like is kind of a lot. I know they're just getting to know each other and stuff like that, but and maybe it was kind of important because she's still going through that trauma of Kiefer and everything. But she goes from Kiefer to I can't remember that other dude's name. Hold on, what's his name? Joey. I think that was his name, Joe Scully. That she got married to. Um, and then it was Parker. For me, I always felt like Parker was just like. Granted, yes, she moved on and she got back with her ex and everything like that. And it's like they kind of just settled that more off screen than anything else. And I feel like maybe because they got pushed back. And at first I was like, well, why are they getting so much pushback? But then I realized it was more initially about a power dynamic. She was the professor, she was a student and stuff like that. So I guess, I don't know. I didn't really see it that big of a deal. But I felt like enough people did, which they want to just, decide to end that off screen. So anyway, she goes through a list of people that she's been with, and then they wound up kissing like no one didn't see it coming, which everyone saw it coming. So yeah. And then the last scene I think was with Molly and TJ. Um, in the beginning, I thought that TJ was going to be kind of upset. Molly, here's the thing about this whole scene. Molly went through like damn near all the way around the world before she got to the point of asking TJ if it would be cool if Christina was a surrogate. But we all knew that was going to end up happening, but it's like it took so long. It's almost like it just went around and I don't want to say it went around in circles, but it was just like I'm glad we got to this point. Um, but I was a little surprised in the beginning. I guess it makes sense now that I think about it. But in the beginning, I thought that Cheech was going to be kind of upset that Molly did kind of go behind his back and start talking to the surrogate people again about trying to find potential matches without really talking to him first. But I guess that talk with Portia wind up helping. Which I'm gonna be honest, I felt like that was somewhat out of place for Portia to be like, no, I think you should totally go for it because life is too short. This, that, and the third. It's like it only happened like literally a couple of days ago. I felt like it made it happen like maybe a week and a half. And the way she was talking, it was like, oh, this happened for like quite some time now, like a couple of months. It was like it really wasn't. Um, but I thought he was going to be a little more upset about it. But apparently, his conversation with Portia just was like, "No, it's cool. I'm sorry that I dismissed your feelings and stuff like that." I was like, "You really didn't dismiss her feelings. You were grieving a child that you thought you were going to wind up having. It's not like you said no, just shut up and stop talking to me about it. It was more like just give me some time to sit there and process it." So I didn't even really understand what he was apologizing for, but anyway, they worked it out, and Molly asked Christina. Molly asked TJ, about Christina being the surrogate, and TJ, he agreed to do it. But see, my whole thing is like now is kind of a problem because Christina seems like she's going to be dating Blaze. They're just getting started, nothing too serious and stuff like that. And now you're adding a baby into the mix. It's like she barely knows you. I don't know if she's going to be cool with going out with you while you're pregnant. I don't think that's something that she signed on for. So I have no idea what they're going to want to do. If I just started going out with somebody and then they decided, oh well, by the way, I'm going to be a surrogate, I think I would probably be thinking twice. I don't think I would actually wind up dating them unless they were having my child. Especially somebody that you don't know. I don't see that working out. I really don't. Um, I feel like GH is going to find some sort of way to make that work, but in all reality, I can't think of one person y'all start dating and then she just tells you um that she is going to be a surrogate, and that's especially when you just start. I don't see that happening, but it's GH. It's a soap opera. They're going to sit there and find a way to make it work somehow. God willing. Anyway, I feel like that's about it. And even though in the beginning I kept saying Olivia instead of me sitting there saying Lois, I don't know. I can imagine maybe Olivia may be good at math too. Who knows? Um, I don't know. I feel like I probably missed something here or there. So if I did, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. Also, before I do go, yes, I didn't do the member shout out yet. I will be doing it on Wednesday. Um, that's why I have more time because here's the thing. There's more people on there. The time it takes to sit there and write it down, to make sure I have all the names without sitting there messing up on somebody's name or forgetting somebody's name. So I feel like it's one of those things where I want to really take my time. And so I'll be off on Wednesday and I can sit there and get that done. So I did not sit there and forget. That is still going to wind up happening. I feel like at some point I'm probably going to need at least 2 pages, if not more. But I mean, damn near a whole book by the time I'm done, or at least half a book. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. If I did forget anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.